Welcome to Dr. Jester Ransom. I'm gonna rant about this silly little thing over here. From bowling into comics. DC Comics announces their newest Gotham hero, describes them as a social activist. Yeah, it wasn't enough that they actually tried to, capture that Snowflake and Safe Space comic from Marvel in the new triggered Justice League. No, it wasn't enough. No. They needed to bring this disaster over here to the forefront. Isn't it funny? I mean, what I wouldn't give to actually be the Joker in these comics. As you know, I am a bootleg Joker. Then I'm a cheap clone, I'm a cheap copy. I am the Chinese-made bootleg Joker for you. So my jokes are stale. I barely have any jokes, and those jokes are mostly stale. And my Joker laugh that I used to have, apparently I cannot pull it anymore. So you know, I am a disaster. But even I would absolutely kill to be a Joker in these new comics and mock these idiots. Because heroes, they are not. They are a disaster. Alright, DC Comics announced their newest Gotham hero, Whistle, who is described by author E. Lockhart as a social activist. Whistle will make her debut in the upcoming young adult graphic novel, Whistle, a new Gotham City hero with illustrations by Manuel Praetano. You gotta be shitting me! The amount of mockery I could pull on that one. I could pull certain things, for instance, make her show up for a protest and there's nobody to counter protest. You know, for instance, like the Proud Boys did once with the Antifa. They announced they are going to protest. I think it was Portland. No Proud Boy showed up, but the Antifa did show up. And there was nothing to protest, so instead they decided to attack the journalists who were there. Congratulations, you idiots! And that's pretty much what I would pull with this idiot over here. I'll make her my plaything. DC Comics describes the young adult graphic novel as a coming-of-age tale. Oh, of course, another coming-of-age. How many pronouns does she have? Heroism and finding your voice to make change in your community. Her superpower is coming up with pronouns. And when the person misgenders her with the wrong pronoun, she has the ability to cancel that person. So it's an implacable superpower. However, right off the bat, they detailed that Lockhart's vision of Gotham is not the one you might find in other DC comics. Instead, they describe it as a reimagined Gotham City. So basically, it's a shit. In this reimagined Gotham City lives a 16-year-old shit pickle who becomes the superhero Whistle as her mother struggles with cancer treatments. Of course, she's going to protest and give me free healthcare. I'm pretty sure. Let me invoke her spirit and bring her voice onto me. Let me do it. Let's see. That's okay. So that's her face. That's her face. Let's see, what voice can she pull? Oh, guys, I want free healthcare. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get the topmost healthcare because it's free. The state provides free healthcare. Whee! In this reimagined Gotham, Willow Zimmerman, who becomes the superhero Whistle, As her mother struggles, Kay takes on a number of odd jobs that eventually lead her to a life-altering accident that grants her DC Comics describes a sixth sense, as in she can predict what pronoun someone goes by, right? And that they claim is not only a blessing, but a curse. Ian Lockhart, whose real name is Emily Jenkins, discusses the upcoming graphic novel stating, Whistle is a hero like me.
Oh, girls, Whistle is a hero like me. Like you, maybe. She's an ordinary person who sees the wrong in the city and feels powerless to right it until she isn't.
She goes on to state Whistle is a social activist, a secular Jewish person, and a teenage girl. Oh, this is just more ammo for the idiots in the niche gamer comment section, because apparently they migrated out of One Angry Gamer to Niche Gamer. Or Stormfront. Either way, this is stupid as fuck. A teenage girl working to support her mother through sickness on elements I haven't seen much in superhero comics. Are you shitting me? Well, maybe teenage girl not so much, because quite frankly, you're targeting a demographic that quite frankly will not buy your comics. We saw that when a lot of people got fired in DC Comics. Right? No. No, of course not. Lots of superheroes don't support their mothers, or not like one of the biggest superheroes ever. Doesn't have a mommy and daddy issue, who is filthy rich and likes to dress as a bat. It bats! It bats! No. Not like that. Not like a certain other superhero in a certain other publisher who lost their mother and has a mommy issue with his aunt. No. This story explores the dark, ethically compromised side of the superhero's life, as well as the empowerment. There's a thrill of corruption and the lure of riches on one hand, and versus an activist belief in the rights of her community members on the other. She added, that's so woke. DC Comics revealed that they will make it very clear that Willow is a social activist, so basically a dead weight. Doorstop. A doorknob? No, doorknob is more useful than a social activist. Let's see, what else is she? A sack of shit. Then again, a sack of shit is even more useful because you can actually use that as a manure or a fertilizer if you prefer. Maybe even the sack is even more useful than a social activist. Let's see. Let's see. So, not even a paperweight. Paperweight is still more useful. Social activists do not bring good change. They are actually the people who go on a shop or on a store and demand that instead of adding a ramp for the disabled people to go, they decide to take out the stairs and then complain about and cancel everybody who says that taking out the stairs is stupid. She will go on and cancel them and take out the stairs so nobody can get into the shop anymore. That's what a social activist is. That's why I classify them as useless. Hey, they're worse than useless. They actually bring negative change. Change that nobody wants, instead of positive change. So basically, why is she a hero? Isn't she supposed to be a villain? Dude, even a Joker villain, as a villain, a super villain, would actually bring a better and more positive change than her. Are you sure this is definitely a hero? Did I actually misread this? This is the commentary about heroism. Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure? Doesn't look like it. Also reveals she will have her own sidekick in the form of course. Of course. Her support dog, obviously, and Lebowitz, follows Zimmerman around and who she will eventually be able to communicate with. Oh, so Little Doolittle. Oh, so, hey, Little Doolittle. Not only will Gotham City be reimagined, hearing me, but DC Comics also revealed that Lockhart will be putting her unique spin on a few iconic characters from Batman's mythos. Who is going to be gender swapped, race swapped, who is going to be gay? That's the question. Lockhart revealed those characters include Killer Croc, obviously it's going to be gay, the Riddler, who is going to be gay again, and Poison Ivy, who is also going to be gay. She states Whistle has to align herself with the best of Gotham's criminal underworld in order to understand the forces that threaten her home neighborhood. So, is she going to be I don't know, villain? DC let me pick from the incredible gallery of Gotham rogues, characters I grew up reading about. Are you sure? And well, it was a thrill to write Killer Croc, the Riddler, and most of all, Poison Ivy. Of course. DC Comics explains that the Riddler will be Willow's uncle named Edward, who she turns to in order to make some extra income in order to help pay for her mother's cancer treatment. Yeah, I can already predict the shit show this comic is going to be. Her uncle's jobs include her hosting private poker nights with Gotham's elite and bring her into contact with biologist and teacher Pammy Isley. However, she is also actually working. She is no longer able to spend her time out on the streets with her activism. So basically, thank goodness the work has managed to make a villain not do her villainous stuff. She eventually has an encounter with Killer Croc outside of the local synagogue that leaves both her and Lebowitz injured. Of course, Killer Croc is gonna be the white supremacists, then. I can already predict that. After walking up, both gained the ability to communicate with each other as well as other unnamed developments. Kill me! With his new abilities, she kicks her activism into high gear and believes she can really save the world. Oh! Isn't that pretty much what all the activists say? The social activists say they want to change the world, but in the end they change the world to a more negative and more hateful world. That's pretty much what Antifa, BLM and other stuff have been doing as of late. However, she will be faced with a tough choice when she discovers that her uncle and his friends are actually some of Gotham's biggest criminals. Well, you are a criminal, bitch. She will have to choose between staying loyal to her uncle who allowed her to keep her family together or further embrace her activism. Ditch your activism if you wanna be a superhero. The book will also introduce the new neighborhood to Gotham City called Downriver. Oh, Jesus Christ. Who the fuck actually thought that was a good name? Oh, for the love of God. Artist Manuel Praetano stated, designing a new character is always a great challenge. Emily and I had a great synergy in bringing Willow and supporting cast to life. I also loved being able to draw so many dogs. I hope readers enjoyed discovering Gotham City's downriver and new neighborhood we created for this book and its inhabitants, cute dogs included. Kill me! I also hope the readers enjoyed the adventure of this new heroine, villain, her friends, and the world we created, he added. The graphic novel is expected to hit comic book shelves on May 11, 2021 holy shit! $17 is for this piece of shit? Are you shitting me? Are you actually shitting me? 17 bucks for this piece of shit that barely has any what? How many colors can I see? 1, 2... Let's see. One about white, but I'm not counting that as a color. So 1 and 2, 3 in one panel. Oh, and 4, 5 colors in one panel. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 and 5 colors. Oh, 6 with the green. So why am I going to pay $17 for a shitty story with barely any ink and a drawing that makes me want to question my sanity? Yeah, let me put it this way. Even the 60s comics had more color and more life than this. What in the actual fuckity fuck is this shit? And why? Look at this mess. In fact, I think I'm gonna... if I was a Joker, let me think here a quick plan of what I would actually use her for. I'll link into the premise in the medium that a certain place, let's make it MRA, was actually a dog pound, and that dog compound was going to be shut down without funds. And then I'll make her go in there and protest and say, "Fund this place!" Then we'll get fun for MRAs. Like I said, make the idiot work for me. God, who the fuck would actually pay for this? It boggles my mind. I'm pretty sure it won't even get more than 5,000 issues sold. I'll be surprised if it gets more than that. And I'm basing this on the other comics that were relatively popular, like Gwenpool or some other bullshitting comic that kind of sold pretty much those number of issues. It's gonna be bad. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you on my next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And today I'm gonna be on call. As in, I'm gonna pump my beautiful butt right here on this chair. Wherever there's anything good or interesting coming out of the elections that I'm sure that YouTube won't get me out. Or that won't fuck me in the butt like a horny little prisoner that just came out of the prison and is high on Viagra. Or I don't know. Or I don't know. Because YouTube has a tendency to censor stuff. So I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you on my next video. Good night.